There's a whole world waiting beyond your front door. Too often, we get caught up in the same routines, the same streets, and the same excuses. But life was never meant to be lived in one place. The mountains, the oceans, the hidden roads, and the unforgettable sunsets are calling your name. Travel isn't just about visiting new places. It's about discovering new perspectives, creating memories that last forever, and realizing how beautiful this world truly is. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Pack your bags, step outside, and start exploring. Because the best stories in life begin when you decide to get out and explore the world. The most meaningful changes in life often begin the moment you choose to step outside your comfort zone. Comfort feels safe. It gives you routine, predictability, and a sense of control. You know what to expect, and there is very little risk of disappointment or uncertainty. But while comfort can protect you, it can also quietly limit you. It can keep you in the same place, seeing the same things, meeting the same people, and repeating the same experiences. Over time, what once felt secure can start to feel like a cage. Growth rarely happens when everything is familiar. It happens when you allow yourself to face something new. The first step may feel uncomfortable. You might feel nervous about leaving your home, visiting an unfamiliar place, or trying something you have never done before. That feeling is natural. It is a sign that you are moving beyond the boundaries you have created for yourself. Travel is one of the most powerful ways to challenge those boundaries. The moment you begin a journey, you enter a world filled with uncertainty and possibility. New roads, different cultures, unfamiliar languages, and unexpected experiences all require you to adapt. You learn to navigate situations you cannot fully control. You become more flexible, more observant, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. When you step outside your comfort zone, you start to notice how much of the world you have yet to see. There are landscapes that take your breath away, cities full of energy, and quiet places that offer peace and reflection. Every destination has something to teach you. Some places inspire awe. Others challenge your assumptions. Many remind you that life is far bigger and more diverse than you. Our daily routine suggests the discomfort you feel at the beginning of a journey often transforms into excitement. What once seemed intimidating becomes memorable. You begin to appreciate the thrill of discovering a hidden street, tasting unfamiliar food, or watching the sunrise in a place you have never been before. These moments stay with you because they represent more than travel. They represent personal growth. Stepping outside your comfort zone also changes the way you see yourself. Each challenge you overcome builds confidence. You realize that you are more capable than you thought. You can figure things out. You can adapt. You can thrive in unfamiliar situations. This confidence extends beyond travel and influences every area of your life. Many people postpone adventure because they are waiting for the perfect time. They tell themselves they will travel when they have more money, more free time, or fewer responsibilities. But the perfect time rarely arrives. Life continues moving and opportunities pass. The decision to step outside your comfort zone does not require everything to be perfect. It only requires willingness. The world rewards those who are curious enough to explore it. Every journey begins with a simple choice to move beyond what is familiar. That choice opens the door to experiences that reshape your perspective and create memories that last a lifetime. When you leave behind what is comfortable, you make space for discovery. You invite new experiences into your life. You gain stories, lessons, and moments that remind you how much is possible when you are willing to take the first step into the unknown. The world is waiting, whether you realize it or not. Beyond the walls of your home, beyond the streets you drive every day, and beyond the routine that fills your schedule, there is an endless collection of places, experiences, and moments ready to be discovered. Mountains rise above the clouds, oceans stretch to the horizon, ancient cities preserve the stories of centuries, and quiet villages hold traditions that have been passed down through generations. Every corner of the world offers something unique, something that can change the way you see life. Many people spend years dreaming about travel. They save photos of beautiful destinations, watch videos of distant landscapes, and tell themselves that one day they will finally go. Yet that day often remains somewhere in the future. Work becomes busy, responsibilities increase, and comfort makes it easy to stay where everything feels familiar. The dream of exploring the world is placed on hold again and again, not because the desire is gone, but because waiting feels easier than taking action. The truth is that the world does not stop waiting. Because you are busy. The sun still rises over mountain peaks. Waves continue to crash against remote shores. Streets in faraway cities fill with life every morning. Forests, deserts, lakes and valleys remain exactly where they are, offering their beauty to anyone willing to make the journey. The opportunities are there, but they require you to say yes. Travel is more than moving from one location to another. It is a chance to experience life from a different perspective. When you step into a new environment, you begin to notice details that your routine may have hidden from you. You become more aware of the diversity of people, cultures, and ways of living. You learn that there is no single way to see the world, and that understanding alone can be deeply transformative. Each destination carries its own energy. Places fill you with excitement and wonder. Others offer silence and reflection. You may stand at the edge of a mountain and feel how small your worries are compared to the vastness around you. You may walk through a crowded market and feel inspired by the richness of another culture. You may sit beside the ocean and rediscover a sense of peace that had been missing from your daily life. The world is waiting to challenge you as well. Travel teaches patience when plans change, resilience when things do not go as expected, and confidence when you successfully navigate unfamiliar situations. It shows you that uncertainty is not something to fear, but something that often leads to the most memorable experiences. There are stories waiting to be lived. There are photographs waiting to be taken. There are conversations waiting to happen with people you have never met. There are places that will leave a lasting impression on your heart, and memories that will stay with you long after the journey ends. Every trip begins with a decision to stop postponing what matters to you. The world does not ask you to be fearless or perfectly prepared. It simply waits for you to take the first step, to leave behind hesitation, and to discover what is possible when you allow yourself to explore. Travel creates memories that stay with you long after the journey ends. While material things eventually lose their value, experiences become part of who you are. The places you visit, the people you meet, and the moments you live through shape your perspective and remain with you for years. A single trip can give you stories that you will remember for the rest of your life. Some memories are built in grand moments. Standing on top of a mountain after a long climb, watching the sun rise over the ocean, or seeing a world-famous landmark for the first time can create a sense of awe that is difficult to describe. These experiences remind you how vast and beautiful the world truly is. They become snapshots in your mind that you can return to whenever you need inspiration. Other memories are created in simple, unexpected moments. Getting lost in a quiet street, sharing a meal with locals, hearing unfamiliar music, or laughing with friends during a long drive often becomes the part of the trip you treasure most. These small experiences carry a unique emotional weight because they happen natural, without planning, and reveal the true spirit of travel. Travel memories are powerful because they are connected to emotion. You remember how you felt when you saw a place you had only dreamed about. You remember the excitement of arriving somewhere new, the nervousness of trying something unfamiliar, and the peace that came from escaping your usual routine. These emotions make the experience vivid and meaningful. Photographs help preserve these moments, but the real memory is the feeling attached to them. A picture of a beach is more than a beautiful view. It is a reminder of the sound of the waves, the warmth of the sun, and the sense of freedom you felt in that moment. A photo taken in a foreign city recalls the excitement of exploring unknown streets and discovering something unexpected around every corner. Travel memories also deepen over time. What may seem like a simple experience at first often gains more significance as the years pass. You begin to appreciate how a trip changed your perspective, strengthened your confidence, or brought you closer to the people who shared the journey with you. The value of those moments grows as they become part of your personal story. The memories created through travel can inspire future decisions. They remind you that life is meant to be experienced, not simply observed from a distance. They encourage you to stay curious, seek new adventures, and continue exploring. When daily life becomes stressful or repetitive, those memories can bring back a sense of excitement and possibility. Travel also creates shared memories with family and friends. These experiences strengthen relationships because they are built through discovery, laughter, and overcoming challenges together. Years later, you may forget the details of ordinary days, but you will remember the trip where you watched a sunset, took a wrong turn, or found a hidden place that felt unforgettable. The most valuable souvenirs are not the items you bring home. They are the stories you tell, the lessons you learn, and the moments that continue to live in your mind. Every journey adds another chapter to your life, filled with experiences that become part of your identity and remain with you long after you return home. One of the greatest gifts of travel is the opportunity to discover new perspectives. When you remain in the same environment for too long, it is easy to believe that your way of living is the only way. Your daily routine, cultural habits, and familiar surroundings begin to feel like the standard by which everything else is measured. Travel breaks that illusion. It shows you that the world is far more diverse, complex, and inspiring than you may have imagined. Every destination introduces you to different ways of thinking and living. You encounter people with unique traditions, values, and beliefs. You see how communities solve problems, celebrate life, and find meaning in their own way. Some cultures move quickly, driven by energy and ambition. Others value simplicity, patience, and a slower pace of life. Observing these differences broadens your understanding and helps you appreciate that there are many paths to happiness and fulfillment. New perspectives often emerge when you step outside your routine. In a foreign city, you notice details that you might overlook at home. The architecture tells stories of history and identity. Local customs reveal what people value most. Even the way strangers interact with one another can challenge your assumptions about what is normal. These experiences encourage you to question habits and beliefs that you may have accepted without much thought. Travel also changes the way you view your own life. Distance creates clarity. When you are removed from familiar pressures and responsibilities, you gain space to reflect. You begin to see your goals, relationships, and priorities more objectively. Problems that once felt overwhelming may seem smaller when you are standing in a vast landscape or observing a different way of life. Meeting people from different backgrounds can be especially transformative. Conversations with locals and fellow travelers reveal stories that are often very different from your own. You learn about struggles, dreams, and values that may challenge your perspective. These interactions build empathy and remind you that despite cultural differences, people everywhere share common hopes for connection, security, and purpose. Nature offers its own perspective. Standing before a mountain range, watching the ocean stretch to the horizon, or looking up at a sky full of stars can create a sense of humility. You are reminded that your world is much larger than your immediate concerns. This shift in perspective can reduce stress and renew your appreciation for life. Travel teaches you to embrace uncertainty and remain open-minded. Not everything will go according to plan. Flights may be delayed, weather may change, and unfamiliar situations may arise. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to adapt and grow. You learn that flexibility often leads to experiences you never expected. The perspectives gained through travel continue to influence you after you return home. You may adopt new habits, rethink old assumptions, or develop a deeper appreciation for your own culture. You become more curious, more understanding, and more willing to see life through a broader lens. Discovering new perspectives is not only about seeing different places, it is about seeing the world, other people, and yourself with greater awareness and understanding. Each journey expands your mind and reveals possibilities that were invisible when you stayed in one place. Every great journey begins with a single decision. Before the plane takes off, before the bags are packed, and before the first photo is taken, there is a moment when you choose to say yes to adventure. That decision may seem small, but it carries the power to transform your life. It marks the point where imagination turns into action and dreams become real experiences. Many people spend years thinking about the places they want to visit. They imagine standing on a mountain peak, walking through historic streets, or watching the sun set over the ocean. These dreams create excitement, but they remain only ideas until a decision is made. Adventure does not begin when conditions are perfect. It begins when you commit to taking the first step. The decision to travel often requires courage. There may be doubts about cost, time, responsibilities, or uncertainty. Questions arise about whether the trip is worth it, or whether the timing is right. These concerns are natural, but they can also become excuses that delay meaningful experiences. The truth is that there will always be reasons to wait. Adventure starts when you choose not to let hesitation control you. Once the decision is made, something changes internally. Your mindset shifts from passive dreaming to active planning. Destinations become real possibilities. You start researching routes, creating itineraries, and imagining the moments you will experience. The anticipation itself becomes part of the adventure, filling you with energy and motivation. Travel rewards those who are willing to act. The world is full of opportunities that remain invisible until you decide to pursue them. Hidden beaches, mountain trails, cultural landmarks, and unforgettable encounters are all waiting for people who choose to move beyond their routine. A single decision can open the door to experiences that reshape your perspective. Adventure is not limited to distant destinations. It can begin with a weekend road trip, a visit to a nearby city, or an exploration of a place you have never taken the time to see. What matters is the willingness to step into the unknown and embrace the possibility of discovery. The decision to begin an adventure also builds confidence. Each time you choose action over hesitation, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. You learn to trust your ability to adapt, solve problems, and enjoy the unexpected. This confidence extends far beyond travel and influences how you approach challenges in everyday life. Some of the most meaningful moments in life happen because you decided to go. You decided to take the trip, explore the unfamiliar, and eat memories instead of postponing them. Looking back, those choices often become defining experiences that bring growth, joy, and a deeper appreciation for the world. Adventure begins with a decision to stop waiting for certainty. It begins when you choose curiosity over comfort and possibility over routine. The first step may feel small, but it has the potential to lead you to places and experiences that you will remember for the rest of your life. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect time to travel. They tell themselves they will explore the world when they have more money, more free time, fewer responsibilities, or the right companion. They believe that one day, everything will align, and the journey will finally begin. But the perfect time is often an illusion. Life is constantly changing, and if you wait for every condition to be ideal, you may keep postponing your dreams indefinitely. There will always be obligations to manage and reasons to delay. Work schedules become demanding, unexpected expenses arise, and responsibilities increase. These realities are part of life, but they do not mean that travel must remain out of reach. In many cases, the biggest obstacle is not circumstance. It is the habit of waiting for certainty before taking action. Travel does not require perfection. It requires a decision. A short trip can be just as meaningful as a long vacation. A nearby destination can be as rewarding as a faraway one. What matters most is your willingness to begin with the resources and time you currently have. When you stop waiting for the perfect time, you shift your mindset from hesitation to action. You start looking for opportunities instead of excuses. You become more creative in planning and more intentional about making travel a priority. Even a simple weekend getaway can refresh your perspective and create lasting memories. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have. Once a moment passes, it cannot be recovered. The destinations you dream about today will still be there, but your circumstances, energy, and opportunities may change. Traveling, while you can, allows you to experience the world at a time when you are able to fully appreciate it. The idea of later can be comforting, but it often becomes a way to avoid action. Later turns into next month, next year, or someday. Meanwhile, life continues moving forward. The memories you could have created remain unwritten. The places you wanted to see remain unexplored. Some of the best travel experiences happen when conditions are not perfect. Unexpected weather, spontaneous decisions, and unplanned detours often become the most memorable parts of a trip. These moments remind you that life is not about controlling every detail. It is about embracing the journey as it unfolds. Travel also teaches that readiness grows through action. You do not need to have everything figured out before you begin. Confidence develops as you plan, adapt, and experience new places. The more you travel, the more comfortable you become with uncertainty. By deciding to go now, rather than waiting for the ideal moment, you give yourself the opportunity to live more fully. You exchange postponement for experience and routine for discovery. You prove that meaningful adventures are possible when you stop expecting perfect circumstances. The world does not require you to have flawless timing. It simply asks you to begin. The memories, lessons, and perspectives you gain are often worth far more than the conditions you thought you needed before taking the first step. Some of the most unforgettable travel experiences happen in places that are not listed on every brochure or featured in every viral video. Hidden gems are the quiet corners of the world that often go unnoticed by the majority of travelers. They may be a secluded beach, a small mountain village, a peaceful forest trail, or a charming street tucked away in an unfamiliar city. These places carry a unique sense of discovery because they feel personal, authentic, and untouched by the crowds. Exploring hidden gems changes the way you travel. Instead of following only the most popular routes, you begin to seek out destinations that offer a deeper connection to the place. You become more curious and attentive. You ask locals for recommendations, take roads that are less traveled, and remain open to unexpected opportunities. This mindset turns every trip into an adventure. Hidden gems often reveal the true character of a destination. In a small cafe, a quiet market, or a remote viewpoint, you experience the local culture in a more genuine way. You see how people live, what they value, and how they connect with their surroundings. These moments feel more intimate than standing in a crowd. Dead tourist attraction. The beauty of hidden gems lies in their ability to surprise you. They are the places you did not expect to love as much as you do. You may stumble upon a scenic overlook with no one else around, a village with extraordinary hospitality, or a natural landscape that feels almost unreal. Because these discoveries are unplanned, they often become the most memorable parts of a journey. Exploring lesser-known places also brings a sense of peace. Popular attractions can be exciting, but they are often crowded and fast-paced. Hidden gems offer room to slow down, observe, and fully absorb your surroundings. You can appreciate the sound of nature, the rhythm of local life, and the details that make the place unique. Finding hidden gems requires a willingness to move beyond the obvious. It means choosing curiosity over convenience and exploration over predictability. Sometimes this involves taking a detour, waking up early, or trusting your instincts when a place catches your attention. The reward is the feeling of discovering something special that many others may never see. These experiences often create the strongest emotional connection to a trip. They feel like your own personal discoveries rather than destinations chosen by everyone else. The memories are richer because they are tied to a sense of wonder and authenticity. Hidden gems also remind you that extraordinary experiences are often found where you least expect them. Not every meaningful journey requires a famous landmark. Sometimes the most powerful moments occur in simple places that reveal beauty through their atmosphere, people, and quiet uniqueness. When you seek out hidden gems, travel becomes more than sightseeing. It becomes a process of exploration, curiosity, and personal connection. You learn to appreciate the world beyond the obvious and discover that some of life's greatest treasures are found off the beaten path. Collecting moments, not things, is one of the most meaningful ways to live. In a world that often encourages people to measure success by what they own, travel offers a different perspective. It reminds you that the most valuable parts of life are not objects that sit on shelves or devices that lose their appeal over time. The true treasures are experiences that shape your memories, broaden your perspective, and stay with you forever. Material possessions can provide temporary satisfaction, but their excitement usually fades. A new item may feel important at first, but eventually it becomes part of the background of daily life. Experiences are different. They continue to gain value because they become stories, lessons, and emotions that remain vivid long after the moment has passed. Travel is one of the best ways to collect meaningful moments. Watching the sunrise from a mountain peak, hearing the waves on a quiet beach, walking through ancient streets, or sharing a meal with people from another culture creates memories that no purchase can replace. These moments become part of your personal history. The beauty of experiences lies in how they make you feel. You remember the excitement of arriving somewhere new, the wonder of seeing a breathtaking landscape, and the peace of stepping away from routine. These feelings leave a lasting impression because they connect you to something larger than yourself. Collecting moments also encourages you to be fully present. Instead of focusing on what you can buy, you pay attention to what you are living. You notice the details around you, appreciate the people you are with, and absorb the atmosphere of each destination. This presence makes ordinary experiences feel extraordinary. The moments you collect through travel often become the stories you share for years. You remember the unexpected detours, the people you met, and the discoveries you made along the way. These stories strengthen relationships and allow you to relive the joy of your adventures. Experiences also shape your character. Travel teaches patience, adaptability, and gratitude. It exposes you to new cultures and ideas, helping you become more open-minded and understanding. The lessons gained through these moments continue to influence your life long after the trip ends. When you prioritize moments over possessions, your definition of wealth changes. Wealth becomes the number of memories you have created, the perspectives you have gained, and the connections you have formed. It becomes the ability to look back on your life and see a collection of meaningful experiences rather than a list of things you owned. Travel shows that some of the most valuable moments are simple. A conversation with a local, a quiet walk at sunset, or the feeling of standing in a place you once only imagined can have a profound impact. These experiences remind you that happiness is often found in presence, discovery, and connection. Collecting moments, not things, is a choice to invest in experiences that enrich your life. It is a reminder that what you live, feel, and remember will always be more valuable than what you can hold in your hands. Life is meant to be experienced, not simply observed from a distance. It is easy to become trapped in routines that feel safe and predictable. Days begin to look the same, responsibilities take over, and the desire to explore is often pushed aside. Over time, you may realize that you have been watching life pass by, rather than fully participating in it. The world offers countless opportunities to create memories, discover new perspectives, and feel truly alive. Experiencing life means being willing to step beyond what is familiar. It means saying yes to new places, new people, and new challenges. Travel is one of the most powerful ways to do this, because it places you in environments that awaken your senses and expand your understanding of the world. Every journey invites you to see, feel, and learn something different. When you travel, you become more present. You pay attention to the colors of a sunset, the sounds of a busy street, the taste of unfamiliar food, and the emotions that come with discovery. These moments engage you fully. They remind you that life is richer when you are actively involved in it. Experiences leave a deeper impact than possessions. A material object may bring temporary enjoyment, but a meaningful journey becomes part of your identity. The places you visit and the stories you collect shape the way you think and the way you see yourself. They become reminders of what is possible when you choose to embrace life. Travel also teaches you to appreciate the present moment. Standing on a mountain, walking along the shore, or exploring a city you have never seen before creates a sense of wonder that pulls your attention away from distractions. In those moments, you are fully aware of where you are and how fortunate you are to experience it. Life's most memorable moments often involve uncertainty. A spontaneous detour, an unexpected encounter, or a destination that exceeds your expectations can become a highlight of your journey. These experiences show that some of the greatest rewards come when you allow yourself to step into the unknown. Experiencing life is not about constant movement or extravagant adventures. It is about being intentional with your time and choosing experiences that add meaning to your life. A short trip, a weekend getaway, or a visit to a nearby place can provide inspiration and a renewed sense of energy. The more you experience, the more you grow. Travel builds confidence, curiosity, and resilience. It helps you understand different cultures and perspectives. It reminds you that the world is full of beauty and possibility, and that life becomes richer when you engage with it fully. One day, the details of your daily routine may fade, but the moments when you felt awe, connection, and freedom will remain clear. Those are the experiences that define a meaningful life and create memories worth carrying with you forever. Your journey starts today, not someday in the distant future when everything feels perfectly aligned. Many people carry a long list of places they want to see and experiences they hope to have, yet they continue to postpone their dreams. They wait for more time, more money, better circumstances, or greater confidence. While planning is important, there comes a point when preparation must give way to action. The most meaningful adventures begin the moment you decide that today is the day you will take the first step. Every journey starts with a simple choice. It may be booking a ticket, researching a destination, packing a bag, or setting aside time to explore somewhere new. That first action may seem small, but it represents a powerful shift in mindset. Instead of merely imagining what could be, you begin creating it. You move from intention to experience. Starting today does not mean everything must happen immediately. It means you stop postponing what matters to you. You begin with what is available right now. If you cannot take a long trip, plan a short getaway. If your budget is limited, explore nearby destinations. If you feel uncertain, take one step at a time. Progress begins with movement, not perfection. Travel has a way of rewarding those who act. Once you commit, opportunities become clearer. Destinations that once felt distant become achievable. Excitement replaces hesitation, and each decision builds momentum. The anticipation of the journey becomes part of the experience, filling your days with a renewed sense of purpose. Beginning today also means recognizing that time is valuable. The moments you have now are the ones you can use. The world is waiting, and each day offers a chance to create memories, gain new perspectives, and experience something meaningful. Delaying indefinitely risks allowing life to pass while your dreams remain unrealized. Your journey is not only about reaching a destination, it is about becoming the kind of person who chooses action over excuses. Every trip strengthens your confidence and expands your understanding of what is possible. You learn that you are capable of adapting, exploring, and finding joy in unfamiliar places. There is something deeply empowering about deciding to begin. It sends a message to yourself that your dreams are worth pursuing. It proves that you are willing to invest in experiences that enrich your life. Even the smallest step can open the door to moments that leave a lasting impact. The world offers endless opportunities for discovery. Mountains, coastlines, cities, villages, and cultures are all waiting to be experienced. The only thing required to begin is the willingness to take the first step. Your journey starts today. When you choose curiosity over comfort, action over delay, and experience over routine. Each path begins with a decision, and that decision has the power to transform your life in ways you cannot yet imagine.